Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It is exactly 9:56 a.m. We are wrapping up now. We'll be talking with Samuel H. Kennedy. He is with the CIA party. He is the party leader. And post the elections and post the announcement of the results last night by the IEC, here is another party that takes umbrage regarding irregularities, according to them, irregularities regarding the elections. So they are also wanting to hold the IEC to account. Samuel H. Kennedy, a very good morning to you. Welcome to the program. I trust that you still have a bit of energy left to talk with us after the very grueling election weekend election Wednesday right through the weekend. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Morning, Julie. Thank you very much for hosting me. Indeed, it was quite grueling, but we had to tell the tale.
Okay. Earlier on, I spoke to Zama and Shona, who is suggesting that they are taking the matter to court because the IEC has already announced the results of the elections. They are not happy. They believe they've got evidence of over 200 matters of irregular practice as far as the elections are concerned or were concerned. What is it that you, as the CIA party, are unhappy about, and what are you going to be doing in this matter?
Okay, just to feedback. I led a delegation on Saturday at a press briefing, which was an international press briefing, of which the MK party is one of the parties. There's 25 of us, and we have a myriad of irregularities. I don't want to use the word vote rigging yet because it needs to be proved in a court of law. The amount of votes that have disappeared or been altered or reallocated unlawfully is frightening. And so there's 26 of us, which includes the MK. I did a big press briefing with former President Jacob Zuma. And there's a process to follow, which we are following. So we'll be submitting papers in the next few days, and we'll await the outcome.
What is the outcome that you're wishing to achieve? I'm thinking that the election results have been announced last night. The ATM party are suggesting they're going to the elections court. And if they don't get any resolution there, they're going to take this to the Constitutional Court. I'm sure that is what he said. So you are suggesting 20 parties or more, Al-Jamaa being one of them as well. I'm wondering, because I have your lawyer's letter in front of me, and I see there's quite a number of parties involved. What is the ideal outcome you and the rest of the parties are hoping to achieve? What is going to happen if the process does kick in?
Well, firstly, Julie, we need to get to the truth. So to get to the truth, we need to do a recount. To do a recount, you need to do an investigation. An investigation, we've got evidence which is frightening. South Africa is a developing country. This is more like a banana republic. And it cannot be condoned, cannot be accepted. And the IEC must be held to account. And the only people that are going to hold the IEC to account is the courts, the judiciary system, that's going to force them to comply. And so we'll present the evidence, and we've got reams of evidence. And once the evidence is presented, we'll allow the court to make a determination. And we're pretty confident that with the evidence that we've got, there definitely will either be a recount or re-elections in whatever districts of voting districts that have been proven to show irregular, unlawful activities.
Okay, I'm also wondering, in a situation like this, Whom do you suppose is responsible? Do you think there's a third force at play here to try and destabilize the elections and the country? Or do you just think it's rogue elements trying to create mischief? That's question number one. Question number
Well,
two, what is it going to, the cost to us as a country for a recount? And how can we actually, is there any confirmations or any guarantees that can be put in place that with a recount it will be fair, above board, and people will be happy with the results if a recount does in fact take place?
this. I don't want to use the word rogue elements. This is very much choreographed, very programmed, very premeditated, and it points to at least two big parties.
Ooh.
In the Western Cape, it points to, and it hasn't been proven, so I need to in the Western Cape, it points to the DA. In the KZN, it points to the ANC. Our understanding is in KZN, the numbers of that the ANC have achieved should be far, far less. In the Western Cape, the Democratic Alliance definitely, that's our understanding, should be far, far less. So we're saying there's overwhelming evidence. In the Free State, the evidence points to elements in the ANC. You can see how the tally slips have all been altered with votes given to some and votes given to the other. In our case, for example, in Lowry Pass in Cape Town, 767 of our votes were altered and given to the DA, and we had won that VD.
Okay, so your lawyers have already issued this letter to the chief electoral officer at the IEC, and it's just a matter of wait and see how they respond. If the response is in the negative and they're saying it, according to them, it was a fair elections and the results have been published and the matter is closed as far as they are concerned, what recourse do you and the rest of those parties that are mentioned here as well, what recourse do you have?
Well, there is recourse in terms of the law, in terms of the Constitution. The things we need to do is we've got to follow what we call Section 55 of the Electoral Act. There's a process to be followed, which is what we're doing. The IEC refused to grant an extension of condemnation. So we'll be submitting between tomorrow morning and Wednesday morning, probably 10,000 sheets of paper with evidence. And should they not reply, we will petition the court and apply for them to be interdicted. And should the courts give a sort of a marginal different view, like everybody else, we'll take it to the Constitutional Court on an urgent basis. And the outcome is as follows. If nefarious activities have been proven, so, the evidence we're presenting, they need to defend. And if they're unable to defend it, like I said, there'll have to be recounts in those particular voting districts. And if they decline, the Constitutional Court may, at its proper disposal, suggest or order, maybe order is the right word, order either a re-election in certain districts. So in other words, you're not going to do the whole country. So you might do the areas where there's deemed to be irregularities, and then there'll be re-elections there.
Okay, interesting times ahead. We'll wait and see what actually transpires. We will be keeping our finger on the pulse and possibly talking to you on a regular basis till this
Thank
matter
you.
is resolved. Thank you indeed. Go well, and we hope you're
Thank you
going to
very
be
much.
able. We hope you're going to get some sleep sometime soon, just to
No,
catch
thank
up
you,
on all
Julie.
those.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay,
Thank you.
you go well. Thank you for talking
Thank
with.
you, Julie.
It's 7 after 10 o'clock. Thank you for being with us. We need to wrap up now. Very big thank you to Abdusalam running solo this morning because the rest of the team are trying to catch up on some much needed sleep and much needed rest. That's not to say that Nasri Naidu, the content producer, hasn't been working. She's just working from home so that she can be a little more comfortable. But we do look forward to the team getting their much needed rest and bounce back. They've already bounced back, in fact. Bounce back in the coming days. And we look forward to many more discussions with you right here on Salam Media. Thank you for being with me. Keep warm on this chilly Monday morning, this freezing Monday morning. Do keep warm. And till I see you again, Assalamu alaikum.